You wake up. The fire is cold. You reach out in the dark and find nothing but ash. Somewhere in the last few hours, the people who kept you alive are gone. Not asleep, gone. And your body already knows it before your mind does. Your heart is pounding. Your skin is prickling. You are not just sad, you are in danger. Now, picture the modern version of this same moment. Your phone buzzes at 2 a.m. A group chat has gone silent. Everyone you know seems to have plans without you. It feels small compared to a burned-out fire in the wilderness. It is not small. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference. It runs the exact same program either way. That program is 300,000 years old, and it was never really about feelings. It was about odds of survival. Here is what losing your family actually meant for an ancient human. Not sadness in the way you think of it today. A full-body emergency. Start with warmth. A human body loses heat fast when it stops moving. Faster than you'd guess, because skin has almost no insulation compared to fur. In a group, you take turns sleeping near the fire while someone else watches it and feeds it wood. Alone, the fire burns out in a few hours and nobody wakes you when it does. You lose that heat all night, every night, until your body is fighting just to keep your organs at working temperature. Then think about food. One person cannot cover the ground a group can. A family spreads out, gathers different foods, shares what each person finds, and covers for the person who came back empty-handed. Alone, every bad day is now a starving day. There is no cushion. There is no one to share with you when you fail, and you will fail, because foraging alone means missing entire categories of food that take 2 or 3 people to find or process safely. Then the part almost nobody talks about. Predators do math too. A lion or a hyena is not deciding whether to attack based on how strong you look. It's deciding based on how many pairs of eyes are watching the tree line. A group of 6 means 6 directions covered while everyone sleeps. Alone, every direction is unwatched at once. Your odds of being noticed by something hunting at night go up sharply, not because you got weaker, but because the coverage disappeared. So a lost family wasn't a loss of comfort, it was a stacked failure. First the warmth goes, then the food margin goes, then the watch goes. Each one makes the next one worse because a cold, hungry body reacts slower, and a slower body is easier prey. This is why your brain treats social loss as a 5-alarm fire instead of a normal sad day. It isn't being dramatic. It's running numbers your conscious mind never learned. Ancient humans who felt mild, manageable sadness after losing their group did not pass on their genes as often as the ones who felt something closer to panic. Panic made them scan harder. Panic made them move faster to find a new group. The calm ones often didn't make it long enough to have that choice matter. That panic response is still fully wired into you right now. Think about the last time you felt truly excluded. Maybe you weren't invited to something. Maybe someone stopped replying. Your chest tightened. Your thoughts sped up. You started replaying the last conversation looking for what you did wrong. That is not an overreaction. That is your ancestors' alarm system, built for a world where being cut off from the group could kill you within a season, going off because it has no idea the stakes have changed. Here's the part that reframes everything. Ancient humans who survived a lost family rarely stayed alone. Being solitary in that world was not a personality trait, it was a countdown. So humans developed something almost as important as the alarm itself, a fast way back in, not slow trust building over years. Fast, situational bonds, formed with strangers, sometimes in a matter of days, because a slower method simply killed more people. That fast bonding instinct explains something strange about you. Ever notice how quickly you can feel close to someone during a crisis? A canceled flight, a bad storm, a shared hard time at work? Strangers become allies in hours. That's not coincidence. That's the same ancient circuitry that let a person who lost everything find a new group before winter, before the food ran out, before the watch failed one night too many. There's a darker layer underneath this too, and it's worth sitting with. Not every ancient human who lost their family found a new one in time. Bones tell that story. Isolated remains, found without the burial care given to people who died inside a group, without markers, without the objects placed with someone their people intended to remember, suggest exactly what you'd expect. A person who was already alone when they died, with no one left to do the remembering. That's the stakes underneath the modern mirror you started with. The silence in a group chat isn't primal danger, but your body's read on it is identical to a body that once had real reason to worry about dying in a ditch. When you feel that hot, urgent pull to check your phone one more time, to reread a message for hidden meaning, to replay a conversation for the 100th time, you are not weak. You are running the same alarm that once saved lives by getting people back into groups before it was too late. Understanding this changes what you do with the feeling. The old advice is to calm down, to tell yourself it doesn't matter, to talk yourself out of the alarm. That rarely works, because the alarm isn't a thought. It's older than thought. What worked for your ancestors wasn't suppression. It was action. Move toward people. Find the new fire. Reach out first, even clumsily, even to near strangers, because the ancient version of you that felt this same panic did not sit with it. It searched. So the next time that alarm goes off over something that seems too small to justify it, remember what it actually is. It's not telling you that this moment is life or death. It's telling you that somewhere in your biology, being cut off from other people has never once been treated as a small thing, not for one single generation of the people who came before you. Every one of them who made it far enough to have you is a person who, at some point, felt that exact alarm and did something about it. Which brings you back to the fire, the one that went cold while you slept. In the story you carry inside you, that scene never actually ends in the dark. It ends with a search, a direction chosen, a new set of footprints leading somewhere other people were.